Hello, my name is Coronel, and I'm here today to share with you a life-saving product by Mythic software, an active shooter solution. We would like to take a moment to thank you for viewing our video and to share with you our thoughts and motivations leading to the development of what is now known as Project ICARUS. Mass casualty events targeting our schools, businesses, and places of worship is an ever-increasing threat in today's society. With the frequency and intensity of attacks and the tremendous loss of life increasing with every passing event, the need for effective solutions has never been greater. At this time, please join me for a brief demonstration of the ICARUS Lockdown System, or LDS for short, and how it can be instrumental by increasing victim survival during these events. Here is a scenario. David is an administrative staff member on a campus that is about to experience an active shooter event. Campus will be the word used to generalize schools, business facilities, and places of worship. His classroom is on the far side of the campus and will not be directly affected by the event. His classroom is exhibited by the door to the immediate right, which is connected to an active ICARUS LDS system panel. On the far end of the campus, we are simulating another classroom that will be ground zero of the attack, the site most affected and the epicenter of the threat, which will be represented by the screen and control module on the far right. At this point in time, doors are open on campus and business is going on according to normal schedule. The event occurs. At this point we hear gunshots and David can now react to the immediate event. A key point mentioned earlier is that the control panel on the far right would symbolize the far side of the campus, which we'll refer to as ground zero. Usually in situations like this, the person or persons nearest to ground zero may be injured or in a state of shock, and therefore unable to act on behalf of the rest of the campus. Again, since David is not in the immediate threat zone, but aware of the threat, he can react and is now going to do so via the ICARUS LDS console. David goes to the control console and enters his assigned or predetermined 4-digit PIN. Once he enters the PIN, 1234 in this example, and hits enter, he is then presented with a series of color-coded events. In this particular case, standard protocol typically dictates that a code red is the proper event code for an active shooter event. So at this time, David will trigger an active shooter event code red.
Attention. A code red alert has been initiated. Lockdown procedures have been activated.
So what has just occurred? Here we have effectively locked all doors on campus and given an audible alert to people unaware of the dangerous event taking place, while simultaneously alerting the authorities. At this point, the doors have been locked down, but we can override this by utilizing the override button here in the event of a further emergency and evacuate the building if necessary and safe. This is important for 4 reasons. 1. We have locked down the entire campus. 2. We have limited the mobility of the active shooter. 3. We have contained the threat and minimized casualties. And 4. We have alerted the authorities. All within a matter of seconds. Acts of terror and devastation, such as the one we are illustrating here, have been shown to last approximately 2 to 4 minutes in duration, with a deadly result being massive loss of life. So every second counts, and with ICARUS, we have contained it within a matter of seconds. The next portion of our scenario we will be discussing is the end of this ordeal. We are going to assume that the all clear has been given. Police have arrived, apprehended the suspect or suspects, and our campus threat has been eliminated, and things are going back to a normalized state. With the threat contained, it is now necessary to de-escalate the situation and bring our LDS system out of a code red and return it to a code green. Any administrative staff can do so utilizing any one of the ICARUS LDS consoles on campus. What is important to note here is that anybody can trigger the system to an elevated level, from ground zero within the center of the threat, or from clear across campus. Any console can trigger an alert to lock the facility down. It would only require someone to be aware of the situation, but only an administrator can bring it down to a code green. David will go to the console and put in his credentials and log in. The system has now been de-escalated to a code green, and the doors are once again accessible, and the establishment is now returned to a safe operating state.
Attention. All clear has been authorized. Current alert level is now green.
What you have seen so far is only a small fraction of what ICARUS can do. We have built multiple additional features into the system to make it encompass all threat management protocols, which can be modified for the campus's specific needs. And lastly, but most importantly, we at Mythic Software would like to take a moment to offer our deepest prayers, condolences, and well wishes to the victims, the families, and the friends of all those affected by the recent tragedies. If you would like more information on ICARUS LDS system, contact us directly so that we can arrange a private meeting to discuss all the features included in our active shooter protection system. Once again, we thank you from all of us at Mythic Software and the ICARUS LDS system for viewing this video. We look forward to hearing from you in the future.